welcome to the 30s Comedy Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Clint McKay.
Uncle Marcus.
How you doing, Marcus?
I'm doing good.
You doing good?
I'm doing very well.
Yeah?
Today.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling a little tired.
I'm tired.
Because we had an excursion yesterday.
We had a really good day
We
yesterday.
had a good day yesterday. Do you want to tell them what happened?
Well, we finally came and saw Tom Segura in San Diego.
Yeah, we got to see Tom perform in the beautiful city of San Diego. First amphitheater style, or arena style.
Yeah, it was an
Comedy show,
outside
but it was an
amphitheater.
outside
It was
amphitheater.
really like a beautiful spot.
Yeah, it's right on the water. It was right behind the convention center, the clamshell, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was great.
Yeah, because usually when I'm down there, it's like the scenery is taken over by either Gaslamp or the convention center, to where I don't even know if I've noticed that amphitheater out there.
Well, you wouldn't see it because
Yeah.
it's hidden behind the convention center. So if
Yeah.
you don't have a reason to go there, you wouldn't see it unless you're on the water.
Uh-huh.
You notice it from the water. I've been on the water before.
Yeah, on my
And you were
my
like-
very big boat,
Yeah.
I notice these things
Yeah.
now. When you're a boat guide,
Yeah.
it
Well,
changes
I'm a
your
boat
life.
guide.
You're
Yeah,
a
I'm
boat guide now. Yeah,
I've
because
been
you got
on
the fuck you money.
Yeah. I do. I'm an Emerald Bay regular now.
It's got the card.
Yeah, you can see it from the water, and it's like,
Mm-hmm.
like what the hell is it? You know, like if you're in Australia, or I've never been to Australia, but you know, you can see like that
Yeah.
white building. It's
Yeah,
kinda the same
yeah, it looks a
thing.
lot like that.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good show.
It's just
Interesting
so it's so amazing. I noticed when we're like driving out there that
Oh, before, do you want to?
Yeah.
Like, we're wearing the merch.
so here it is.
The merch from the show.
Here's the merch. Check it out. Check it out.
Fanboys.
But wait, did you bring the condom?
I did not bring the condom. We don't use those here. While we're on the subject of the merch, I bought a lot of the merch.
You bought like everything that you could.
I bought pretty much everything except the hat and the beanie
Mm-hmm.
and the kazi. Does anyone actually use kazis for anything?
Cozy? The drink cozies?
I thought it was a kazi.
Kazi?
Yeah, aren't they called kazis?
Why would it be kazi?
Because why would it be cozy?
Because it makes your drink nice and cozy.
What? Why would your drink want to be cozy?
Because it's normally sweating its ass off. Like look at my drink. You know, like it's got the sweat going.
Is
And
that
then
the
you
purpose of
put
it?
it
So
down.
that it doesn't get wet?
I think so. I think so
I
that
don't
you
know.
don't like
Who's holding on to a beer long enough to make it cozy?
someone who's not doing it right.
Yeah, I thought it was a kazi.
Like kamikaze.
That's part of another. Never mind. So I didn't buy the hat and the beanie and the cozy.
Yeah,
Still gonna
but
call
you
them kazis.
bought shirts, a hoodie, a condom, and eventually a signed
Yeah, I got
poster
a signed poster
of Tom.
That
I
was
did
cool.
too.
Yeah, you got
But
it too.
somehow I didn't fold it right in my events of the
Well,
night.
you folded it. That's why.
I don't know why
you
I
shouldn't have
I don't know
folded
why
it.
that
Did
happened.
like
I don't know
like
why.
a third grader. Like, what
This
are you
is
doing?
not hot. Why did I do hot dog?
You're supposed
Why
to
did
roll
I-
it. It's a poster.
Yeah, I can't do hot dog or hamburger for this.
Yeah, but the
don't
merch
know
cool. The merch was the dudes working the merch table were cool, and they were like,
Mm-hmm.
I was just gonna buy this shirt, and then it was like, oh, do you want to see any other shirts? And I was like, whatever. I'm not. When am I gonna get this again? I think you can buy this stuff online, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, sure, let me see that shirt. It's like, here you go. Here's the other one too. Like, you look at this one too. I was like, all right, I'll take both of those. We won't look at the hoodie. Like, well, I didn't. It's getting kind of cold, and I didn't bring a jacket today, so might need one later. So yeah, let me see the hoodie. Like, all right, cool. Here's a hoodie. Do you want to see the condom? Like, condom?
Excuse me?
You're selling condoms? He was like, yeah. So he showed me the condom and small condom. It's not meant to be used.
I would not trust
think.
a condom sold by Tom Segura.
For
Or
a
any
tour that's
comedian.
called "I'm Coming Everywhere."
Yeah, I'm coming everywhere. No,
I think that's supposed to.
I think it defeats the purpose.
I think that's you're supposed to not have it if you're
Yeah.
coming everywhere. But yeah. So I bought a condom, and then and then the guy working the merch booth, like I said, was really cool, and he was like, "Oh, later on tonight we're gonna have signed posters available if you guys are interested in that. And I was like, yeah, of course I'm interested in that. And it was just whenever they got him in, because I guess Tom was signing them, and they weren't ready. They haven't been delivered yet. And he was like, "Oh, come back later." And so we went over there again before the show was going to start, and like, posters here yet? And they're like, "Come back like during the show, or like right after he's done." It's like, okay, so at the most inconvenient times, I'm supposed to come back here and see.
So at the best part?
Yeah, if the poster's available.
Wow.
And I was like, I'll come during one of the openers then, because he only had one opener, and
that was weird.
Good. But
just one guy.
It's like I'd rather miss that than him. Even though so at an amphitheater or theater show, there's big TV screens because your aunt's out there. It's not like a comedy club, but they also have the sound going over the speakers, so you can hear it everywhere. There are people that were not inside who were sitting on the beach or whatever that little boardwalk is, who were there for the show.
Yeah.
But they didn't buy a ticket, but they could see it and hear it just fine.
Yeah. If I brought my boat, I could totally.
Yeah, if you brought your boat, you could probably watch from the boat.
I know, that's my bad.
But yeah, so it was like, come back during the fucking whatever. So the second time we came back, it wasn't ready yet.
Yeah.
So then we just got another drink, and then ended up leaving early because maybe not a hot take, but I don't like comedy at a theater or in a stadium.
At a stadium,
yeah, it's not the same.
An arena. Even though, and it's hard to say because that like that's some of their dreams is to perform at an arena, but it's just too different.
Yeah, it's just not like in a comedy club, and they'll all say it too. Like comedians, like it's a lot of them prefer clubs, but then when you get the arena, it's like you've made it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just not the same. Like the audience is different. Like you can't even see him unless you're like way up front, and especially with the seating here, it was just kind of like flat. It wasn't like a theater where it's raised. So you couldn't really see him unless you're looking at the screen. So I was looking at a screen and saying, I could do this. Is like watching a special at home. And yeah, the crowd is very different. It's like I think it's meant to reach more people that would not go to a comedy club. Yeah, want to have like a whole event, kind of thing. And it was like an event. You go and there's like lots of food there. There's lots of drinks. The merch. Well, sometimes there's merch at a comedy club. Sometimes there's not. And they had like fireworks and stuff too.
Yeah, there was fireworks
before and after the show.
We left before like the big fireworks came.
Yeah,
I'm glad we did.
Yeah, I don't need to see that
because I felt kind of the same way that. Excuse me. That I don't really like because there's a bit of a delay.
Yeah.
And when you don't hear people laughing, and it's that many people, like the opener, I don't think many people were laughing because they're kind of still getting situated. Just feels weird.
Also, too, when there's that many people, you're not always going to make everybody laugh anyway.
Yeah.
Like if you're for your regular act, like at a club. So, but when it's that many people and it's that many people not laughing or that many people laughing, it is a little strange.
It's weird.
Yeah, and then when you get like a big hit, it has to like travel. So it has to travel through the audience. So like, I think you had said like the people in the back are just hearing it, and he's on to the next joke.
Yeah,
already. He's already saying the next joke. So I don't know. I was a little disappointed. I don't know that I would go to another theater show again, unless it was like a VIP experience where I was like right on the stage, or I like had something special, or you're treated better than the normies.
Yeah.
Because I was only able to get normie tickets for these because it's out right away. I bought these tickets months ago. And yeah, I don't know if I would go to another theater show.
Yeah, because we're with the normies, they set it up as we're sitting down, and even when we're checking in, that's a very like no phones kind of thing. There are these signs everywhere that say no taking photos, no videos, no nothing. And then we had a guy come around who like reminded us before it started that like we have cameras around, so we'll see you if you have phones out. But then as the night went on, these people that came in late were sitting right in front of us, sit down, whip out their phones, and start filming.
Yeah, and that's just normal comedy show. I think most shows, anyway, etiquette is that you don't film it.
Yeah.
You have to pay to watch it. That's their job, making money off of it.
Yeah.
you can't, because you can just post that up online, and then it's like, well, now everyone can watch it. You don't have to buy tickets. And it just kind of, I don't know. It was, I think, because like I said before, the crowd was not like a comedy crowd. It was
Yeah,
people
it
that
was
just like
it was
wanted
a
something
lot
to do,
of
like entertainment,
yeah.
or like know him from like maybe Netflix or the podcast as well. But it's just like, it was a different crowd.
Yeah, because as we were people watching, you couldn't really pick out like, oh, this is like the Tom Segura kind of people.
Yeah, there was all kinds of people
Yeah.
there.
Whereas like the other shows we've been to, like when I went to Chad and JT, it's like, oh, OC people,
Yeah.
like surfer beach
Yeah.
people,
Or we went to Juicy Scoop. It was all
Yeah.
blonde moms.
blonde moms in their
We were-
50s
Yeah, we're the only ones in there that were
Yeah.
not.
that were men.
Yeah.
Us and
What are we
Justin
doing in
Martindale.
here? Yeah. But yeah, it's just a different crowd.
Yeah, like it was cool. It reminded me of going to concerts.
Yeah.
I grew up going to a lot of concerts and getting merch, so it was cool to like get the merch.
Mm-hmm.
That part, yeah, like they wouldn't sell that at the Comedy Store or at
Well,
the
you
Improv.
couldn't buy the poster.
Yeah,
for
I couldn't
sure.
do the poster. That was a different thing.
Yeah, and the store doesn't really sell the merch unless they like it's like an event.
Yeah.
You know, like they have, it's not like a headliner show. It's just they pop in for 15 minutes, whatever. They have to have like a thing going on, and even then they don't always sell the merch. So the merch part was cool. And I've never been to a concert before.
Ever like any concert?
No.
Anything?
No,
What?
I don't the music. I don't like music bands that would do concerts for the most part.
What do you mean?
Well, like I've been to a lot of shows
Uh-huh.
where it's like just like a small venue, or like you could even be. I've been like in a skate shop before, and a lot to a lot of shows.
Did you ever go to Chain Reaction?
Yeah, I've been to Chain Reaction like that. I've been to
Yeah,
like
like
those
those.
venues,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't call those a concert. That's a show.
Those are shows.
Yeah. It's not like thousands of people like it was for Tom. I don't like it. I
You
didn't
don't.
like it.
Wow. You
Yeah,
don't like.
it's
You don't
not-
like. Is it because of all the people?
It's
Just. It's not intimate enough.
Yeah,
For you?
it's just there's just no intimacy. You're not connected to whatever's on stage. You're just, I don't know. You're just not part of it.
Yeah.
You're not involved. They can't see you, like, and usually they can't anyway because of lighting. If you're in a comedy club, they don't know who you are. But like, there's no way you could do crowd work at a theater.
No.
There's absolutely no theater.
Yeah.
Stadium, arena,
Arena, amphitheater, arena.
amphitheater, whatever. You can't do crowd work there. And that's for a lot of comedians. That's a part of the act. Is some drunk person's like boobies or whatever, and then you just let them have it, and it's like it's funny.
Boobies. Shut up, you idiot.
Yeah. So there was none of that, and
Yeah.
I just don't think it's for me.
Interesting.
But I'm glad it went. It was fun.
It was cool to experience.
Yeah.
It'd be, yeah. Like I don't know if I'd want to do like they always talk about like selling out Madison Square Garden,
Yeah.
like the biggest arenas, and it's like I don't think I'd want to have nosebleed section seats.
yeah.
I'm gonna go see.
You're just
someone.
gonna see it on the TV. You're not gonna
Yeah.
see them, and like I don't even know any other comedians that I'm a fan of that does arenas. So except maybe Joe Rogan, which I wouldn't go for an arena for Joe Rogan. That's
Yeah, well, when you know that
Like-
he could pop up at a comedy store or at
Yeah.
his own place, it's like
I'd rather see that.
yeah.
And also like that fan base would be like all over the place. It'd be like
Are you on the carnivore diet?
yeah, there'd be a lot of extremes, like and a lot of not as extreme, but it'd just be too weird of a audience. I think or crowd.
Yeah, it would make
Go.
me feel like I'm back at like a wrestling event,
Yeah,
like a bunch of
Be a lot of-
buff, meaty guys with cauliflower ear.
there'd be a lot of masculine energy
Yeah.
in that room. It's funny because speaking of like your crowd, Bert remember. I don't know if you remember hearing it yesterday, but he was talking. He was on one of his podcasts, and one of the other guys was like, "Yeah, because they did a show." And they were like, there was one point in the show where it was just like a bunch of old fat dudes with their shirts off, and it was disgusting. And it's like, yeah, if you get a crowd, like because he does arenas too. It's like that's the crowd you would get with him.
Yeah,
Like I wouldn't mind seeing Bert do stand up, but I don't want to be around a bunch of fat guys with their
in their
shirts off.
40s. Yeah,
Just like super drunk, like being fat drunk dudes. Doesn't
Yeah, no
sound
thanks.
the best. But yeah, just being in San Diego too is kind of fun. I've been there a few times, and I always have fun there.
Yeah, the hotel we were at was pretty nice, but I was shocked that all the area around our hotel, out of any place like that you could have a business, there was nowhere to like buy clothes
Yeah,
or to go shopping until you like hit Gaslamp.
yeah, and even like, I didn't expect there to be clothing stores at the Gaslamp Quarter. I just thought it was restaurants and bars.
Yeah, because we ate at Little Italy, which is really nice. Little Italy's pretty dope. And I knew in my head, I was like, don't get spaghetti. Don't get spaghetti. I'm wearing a white, tight shirt.
Yeah.
Don't get spaghetti. But then, of course, like the first bite I had,
So you ordered spaghetti.
I ordered spaghetti. Yeah.
Told yourself,
Don't
get spaghetti. I'm like, oh, spaghetti's on the menu. I'm going to get that.
But I thought, no, this guy seems authentic. He's correcting me when I try to pronounce stuff off the menu.
Yeah,
I'm
so
like,
I've
I
never
gotta do it.
been to Little Italy, and yeah, it was. I guess everyone there, not everyone, but a lot of them are immigrants.
I guess.
Because our server definitely was.
Yeah.
And he looked a little bit younger, but like they have Italian flags all on the street, and a bunch of Italian restaurants, obviously. Also an art store called Bix. Was it Bix?
Bix, yeah.
Oh, never mind. It had a name that could be potentially
Taken the wrong way.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it was cool. Like a lot of cool looking spots in there. And we went to one Italian place, and the host, he was doing everything, I guess, but it was like small. It wasn't a lot of stuff. And I was like, oh, like for two, and he was like, we don't have pizza.
And I'm like, good?
I was like, okay, it'll be two.
Like, are you trying to have us not come?
Like you just saw us and we're like, oh, they want pizza.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
These are pizza guys.
Yeah. So he sat us down, and he had a really heavy accent. You know, I was like, oh, he must be an immigrant. And like the menu was all in Italian.
Yeah.
All the names are in Italian, so already I'm like, fuck. Like,
yeah. There's no way I'm gonna say.
I'm not going to say this right, and this guy's Italian, and I don't know him, and he may get upset if I be like, oh, I'll take the bruschetta. Bruschetta? You just don't know.
He's like, are you sure that's it? It sounds pretty good when you say it. Can I point and then you say it?
That's what I did. I was pointing at the stuff. Anyway, the menu was like all in Italian, and so I ended up getting the bruschetta.
Yeah.
I wanted bruschetta. And he didn't correct me. But I was like, I'll take the bruschetta and point to it. And he's like, bruschetta prima. And I was like, that's the one.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
Two, please.
Yeah. And that was bomb.
It was
I
really
ordered
good.
like a tortellini, again, Italian name. And I was, I'll take the tortellini. Tortellini prima.
Yeah. It just made me feel like Brad Pitt in Inglourious Bastards. I speak the best Italian. He speaks the second best.
Right. Well, we didn't sound like
I'm some
that.
Southern
though.
guy.
We weren't.
Made me feel like a tourist.
What is the word he says really slowly? And he's like, say it again? I don't know.
In the movie?
Yeah.
He's like, buongiorno.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. We weren't like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
I didn't think I was like
bruschetta.
Bruschetta.
It's just like,
Bruschetta.
like, obviously, you're here in California. That's how we say it here. Anyways, that food was good. And yeah, even the beer was Italian too.
Yeah. I still don't really know what kind it was.
It was the something teeny lager. And I was like, I'll take the lager. It's like, teeny lager. Yes.
Marietta.
Yeah.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah, and then he just had that heavy accent too. So you can't tell like culturally, like, are you mad or are you just like you're just being aggressive?
Or is this just your people?
Yeah, it's just culturally your language and the way you interact is more aggressive. But whatever. It was chill.
Yeah. Again, why couldn't I buy like a nice Italian polo in Little Italy?
So,
like that would have been cool.
Yeah, you would. There'd be not just so not just Little Italy, but if you're in a city, a sprawling city with lots of different districts, there should be some kind of clothing store somewhere.
I was shocked because we would walk like 15 minutes one way, 15 minutes the other way,
Right.
and there was nothing.
Tons of food and places to eat and hotels, which lets you know that, okay, people are traveling here. There's lots of hotels. We generally would like to shop as well.
Yeah.
Or maybe like what just happened to you. You had a white shirt and you fucked it up. So now I got to get another shirt. You'd think there'd be like, that would be a thing. I don't know. So yeah, there was no clothing stores. Or we found some later when we went to Gaslamp.
Yeah.
Which also too, I've been to Gaslamp a few times and it's fun. It's fun when it's not busy. When it's busy, it turns into just a mess.
Yeah, we got there right before a Padres game was ending.
Yeah.
So that was good timing.
Yeah, and then as the game ended, you started seeing like all the fans come in. Because the stadium is right there, Petco Park.
Yeah.
So, and the Padres lost.
Yeah.
So, there's going to be some angry fans coming in.
They weren't too happy.
No, and then, that place just turns into a swamp. Like I would say Friday, Saturdays, Sundays, when it gets busy in the evening. And
Yeah.
but during the day or like on a weekday, it's chill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like we went there at like the right time.
Mm-hmm.
End of the day on a Thursday.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It was like 3 or 4.
Yeah. Yeah. Afternoon. It was good.
Right.
Yeah. So Tom, some of the jokes I remember him saying the one about his new neighbor after moving to Texas.
Yeah.
And I think it was about Ted Cruz. Do you remember?
I've heard him tell the story before, but I
Yeah.
don't remember it as like I don't remember him performing it.
Mhm.
Joke.
So do you feel like because you listen to so much of his content that you end up hearing most of the jokes that he's going to do?
The jokes that are presented as like a story with a punchline at the end that may have been punched up somehow, but it was like a real story that happened, and then you're like, oh, how can I make this funny?
Mm-hmm.
And then they make it funny. Yes, I feel like I've heard all of those before, just as hearing those stories being told.
Yeah, I feel like that's the challenge when you have a podcast or multiple podcasts, and like because you're gonna say the stuff that's on your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, if it's on your mind and you're talking about it all the time, it's probably going to be the joke material that you use later.
Yeah.
But then now, as fans, we just consume so much content of the people we like. So it's like, is there a point where you do hear everything, and then maybe have to like take a break?
No, I would never at that point.
No,
Never take a break.
take a break.
No, this is not just some silly thing that I do.
Mhm.
No, I don't. Well, this came up. I don't know if we talked about it on here, but we talked about it amongst ourselves. But that doesn't take away from anything
Mhm.
or away from the experience. It's just like, oh, I've already heard this. You can hear it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you earlier, but Sam Morrill was on his podcast, and he was like, I noticed when I do my shows now, there's a certain group of people that come to the show who just watch it and listen. Like they aren't laughing at the jokes, so they're just listening to you talk.
Yeah.
And it's like because we do these podcasts all the time, so many of them and that's how we get the fans. That when they come to the show, they're not laughing, and they have to kind of like, oh shit, like well, they're still enjoying the show, but they've already heard this, and they just are accustomed to hearing you talk. But they still showed up. They still bought the tickets. They're still there. So it's just, I think comedians kind of have to, if they aren't already aware of it, just kind of know that like that's going to be some of the fans that come, and it's okay.
Yeah.
You know, because there's still plenty of other fans, people that buy tickets to the show or go to the show who just want to see a comedy show.
Yeah.
Who may not know you or may know you from hearing you once before and like, oh, I heard him. I know he was funny. Let's go see the show. Who don't follow them like through their podcasts and all that. So
Yeah.
I don't think that's ever going to change.
Mm-hmm.
It's never going to be for everybody.
Right.
There's always going to be that separation. Yeah, like for me, it doesn't really ever take away from the experience. It's just like, wow, I see this person through a screen all the time.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at him right.
There
Well,
he is.
not at the arena, but at the club. I'm looking like right at them.
Yeah.
And they may look right back at me. So, and I try to sit as close as I can because I want to get made fun of. That's
Right.
like a fun experience for me, and everybody. Not everyone's like that at a comedy show, but I feel like it's a nice connection. Be like, oh, we're talking to each other. You don't know who I am. You're never gonna see me again, probably, but I know who you are. I know what it means to be made fun of by you. So yes, like let me put on a hat that says heavy, and then let me see make this funny. Make fun of me, please.
Please talk about me.
Yeah, please acknowledge me.
Please see me.
So yeah, I'm still gonna go to the show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It becomes like a concert where even if you've heard the song a million times, you're like still gonna listen to
hearing
the
it
song.
live is different.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little different. Like I like how because I've seen all of Tom's specials and I listen to his podcasts and stuff, so I know that he'll do like certain voices when he tells stories,
Yeah,
and I really enjoyed hearing him do that, even though it's like it's not that much, and he's not like totally changing his voice, but he still did it, and I was like, oh, that's
he does
cool.
do a lot of funny voices.
Yeah.
Like when he voices his dad.
Yeah, his dad or his kids. His kids are like,
Yeah.
kid, I get a bit pop.
Yeah,
With
I want a popsicle.
you that you picked the treat.
Yeah,
You picked that one?
yeah, he does.
No, that's not a good one.
That's a bad impression. He does it better than that.
Well, yeah. I don't have his kids. I'm not the
Or
parent.
his voice, or his talent. You say maybe?
Yeah.
You don't. He has his.
You
voice.
do it.
I'm not doing
And I'll
impressions.
shit on you.
No, I don't
Shit
claim to
on
do
Marcus
a
time.
good impression. No, I don't want to do that.
Shit on Marcus. Heavy.
Yeah, let's leave it up to the stand-ups to make fun of the heavy and to make fun of me.
Oh, sure.
The next time I'm at a club. Yeah. I don't know who the next, like I said before, who would ever get me to go to another arena show.
Mhm.
Be like, yeah, let's go. Unless it's,
Unless it's like a bunch of them, I guess.
like a showcase. Like when they go.
Yeah, like Bert's
Bert
seemed like it would be
shows.
fun because he had all these comedians that I do know.
Yeah, it was like a festival though.
Yeah.
So there was,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, multiple comedians going up and
Mhm.
there's other stuff going on too.
Yeah.
I'd probably go to that.
Yeah.
There's one in Vegas. What's it called? Fuck. Yeah. It's like the big one though. They say it's like the most fun.
hmm
It'll come to me.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'll throw in a picture of it right here. That one. I'll go to that one.
Here it is.
Yeah. But yeah, San Diego's cool.
It was cool.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
I'm gonna be there again next month for TwitchCon.
Twitch. So who goes to TwitchCon?
Like the people at the con. Like
Yeah.
The,
Well, like who are you going there to see?
I'm no one in particular. I just want to. I've been curious about it because I'm on Twitch. I'm not on Twitch, but I utilize Twitch
hmm
relatively often.
Yeah,
Right.
because I don't use it, so I don't really know.
Okay. Well, it sounds dumb, but it's like you just watch people play video games, or like sometimes they just like talk about stuff too. It can venture into like podcast territory, which is one person I do follow that does that.
hmm
But yeah, you're really just watching for the person almost because either the way the way they play the game is just very skillful, or like they have like a funny personality, or like for like a lot of guys follow a lot of hot chicks on there just because
That's about all I know
yeah,
about the
and
Twitch
they just
experience.
They
Because
make,
then I'm like, is it this chick? Like they're not watching it for her video game ability.
it's just like having an Instagram, like
Yeah.
hot chicks on Instagram. Like how many dudes just follow hot chicks just to see like anything? It's the same on Twitch, and like you can tip them and subscribe to them and give them money. So these chicks have to show up and just look good and be like, "Oh, I'm playing Call of Duty," and then
Candy
dudes are
Crush.
like,
Ugh.
so they get money that way. So have an Instagram, like you just take a picture of your ass, and then guys like it and follow it and everything, and then you get a following. So it's that same kind of thing, but so yeah, there's all kinds of people on there, and I don't know what the convention's going to be like. I know one day they have a party. I don't know what that means because I couldn't really find any information about it, but I got a ticket for that.
Oh,
So, and it's at the convention center, so I'll be back in that area again. And my hotel is right there too. I'm staying at the Hilton that's attached to it. So,
that big one.
yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, I don't know. It should be fun. It's for 3 days. I might not stay all three though. I might come back on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I might come back on the Sunday, depending on what it's. If it's lame, then I'm not going to stay. But
who are you looking forward to possibly see?
I have no one in mind that because I don't know who's going to be there. Like,
Yeah.
Because they don't all go to TwitchCon. Some of them are like out of state and they have to fly in or whatever. It's like a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they don't get paid for that stuff either. And the days that they're at the con, they're not streaming. I'm
Yeah.
sure. Maybe sometimes they have like rigs set up in their hotels to stream. So they don't make any money off TwitchCon unless you sell merch and stuff. So yeah, there's no one in particular I want to see, and I don't really know what the culture is going to be like with the fans because there's so all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's so many people on Twitch. It's almost like the TikTok audience.
Yeah.
It's not that big though, where it's like everybody is on this, so I don't know what to expect.
Who are like the top like Twitchers?
I have no idea. There's some.
Is that like Logan Paul? Does he do
I
that?
don't know if he streams.
Or because I don't know. I'm not big on watching someone else play the video game. Like I don't think they say very interesting stuff. But like
Depends on the person.
That's the pull of it, though,
Yeah.
right?
Because a lot of them are very funny. Like they
Mhm.
just have good sense or a nice sense of humor. So like stuff's happening and they'll make fun of it on screen, or like someone in the chat will see something really stupid, so they'll like go after them, and it just turns into like I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of really funny people on there.
Oh, is like PewDiePie one of the number ones?
I think he was, and then he got canceled or something.
Oh,
Now
he just stopped.
he's on YouTube. Well, he didn't just stop; they took him off of there.
I don't know.
So, he did something controversial. I think I don't follow someone like him. He's not what I'm into. But I don't know, I think one of the top earners on Twitch, I think, is Hassan Hiker. I think is his
Mhm.
name. But he does like political rants and stuff too, and
Oh,
that's like a popular thing nowadays. So there's all kinds of stuff you can do on there.
so popular Twitch streamers, Shroud. You know who that is?
The ones that have like millions and millions of followers, I'm not really fans of because they have so many people watching and commenting and interacting that
Mhm.
they're not going to see your interaction, or you're not going to be able. You're the smaller ones, like you can chat with the streamer or people in the chat, and you have a chance of them like responding to you.
Yeah.
The ones like that just have like millions of followers, they're not going to interact with you or see you. And then they're usually doing, because I'm old, like they're usually into stuff that I'm not into anyway.
Yeah,
Like they're
yeah.
very young-minded.
Like
and
one of them that I recognize on here is Pokemane.
Pokimane, yeah, she's really
Pokimane?
popular. Again, she's another example of just like a hot girl.
Yeah.
Even though she is like, she's more than that,
Yeah.
but that is the way like she gets the followers.
Mhm.
And then if you decide to stay or not because you realize she's more than that, that's what it is. But and she does she capitalizes on that, like you have to. But I mean, it's up to her to be more than that, and she is more than that. But that's like a lot of guys know who that is just because she's a hot girl.
Yeah, or like that's some video that goes around.
Yeah, something goes viral,
Yeah.
and it's like that brings people in.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see about what it's gonna be like. I have no expectations.
Yeah, I don't know what it would be because that's so new too,
Yeah.
right?
It's been around for a few years.
How long has Twitch been around?
Twitch as it is now, now that it's kind of exploded
Mhm.
into, what it is, I don't know, but I think it's been around for a long time. I want to say like at least 10 years.
Hmm.
I don't know though.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you think Twitch is worth getting into?
It is it's just like this. You have to do it all the time.
Yeah.
Not just once a week, like every day or a few times a week. And you just have to be talented. You have to be you have to have something that people want to come back for. So that's what
Mhm.
I'm saying. Like a lot of people are very funny.
Mm-hmm.
So they show up to have a good time. Or you have to offer some kind of intellectual, insight on gaming in some way. Like there's some
Yeah.
professionals that have been in the business, like the developers or that have worked on 2011.
Oh, yeah.
Well, some
12
kind of
years?
association with the industry at some point, so they have something interesting to say about gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Or again, or they're just skilled at what they do, and then you just show up. You have to just show up every day or multiple days a week, or you have an existing following somewhere else, and then you say, "Hey, I'm going to be on Twitch now, doing this thing." So then they'll show up for that. But yeah, it's an investment too because you have to buy all the streaming gear.
Yeah.
Like if you get a PC, I think you can stream off a Mac. But then you have to get cameras and you have to get like capture cards. You have to get all that stuff. And then you have to make your stream look like
your room that you do it in.
It has to look somewhat appealing. So because just like on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, like your stuff will get like promoted quotations, but if it looks like shit, I'm not gonna click on that. So there's gotta be like a visual hook. So yeah, I think it's worth doing if you have the time and the money and the drive to do it all the time, and all the time for a long time because nothing will happen maybe for a while.
I feel like that'd be something you'd be good at doing.
I've done it before.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of work.
Is it?
You have to just especially because I work 2 jobs now.
Yeah.
You know,
You don't have as much time to do it.
now there's this, so it's like I consider this a job somewhat because of what goes into it, and I don't have enough time to do that every day, especially because my jobs are like sometimes like 14-hour days. You know, so
yeah.
I've done it before though, and it's fun to be on there.
What games would you want to do on there?
I'd probably do I do like PS1 JRPGs, who are just like really meaty games, like real text heavy. Got like a lot of they're almost like novels.
Yeah.
You know, I would say mix in with the gaming aspects of it. But I'd probably do that, and like as I go through it, I play games that I've already played before, so I would do some prep, like deep dive prep. And so like when certain things would come up in the game, so like there's this game called Xenogears, so it's got like a lot of Christian imagery in it, a lot of like Carl Jung stuff going on with the story. There's a lot of Kabbalah in it. There's all kinds of like mysticism and like really meaty, interesting things. So if I had done that, streamed that game, as I'm playing it, be like, okay, everybody, so this is what they're talking about here. Here's where it came from. Here's what it means. Here's what it means in the game, like between the characters and the story and all that. So I can think about doing that, but that's also a lot of work, like having to do the research and all that. Even though I've done that research before at one point, like having to have like stuff prepared, like have like an outline ready. So like when I get to that point, like, oh, this is like the thing.
So today we're going to do.
Today we're diving into the Ouroboros snake or whatever, because that is part of the game. But yeah, it's too much work, and like I said before on this podcast, I'm old, and I need my time.
Welcome to the 30s.
Yeah, welcome to the 30s. Yeah, but I've been feeling that even in my 20s.
Like you're old?
Yeah, just like not like I knew I wasn't old, but just like I never wanted to go out with people because it just felt like a drag.
You were just always Danny Glover from Lethal Weapon. I'm too old for this shit.
Yeah, but that's how I wouldn't say that. I would just say no.
No.
But it always just felt like you have to, like when you kind of have to drag yourself to do something. It always felt like that.
Yeah.
Go out with these people. Could just be at home. Yeah, that's just my personality and my whatever.
It happens. Because I have a feeling like for me, there's times where like, okay, in these next 2 hours, I need to be around people. But then once I like go past that, I start feeling like I'm like losing it a bit. Like oh, I need to like go back home, or like this is, like this has lasted long enough.
Yeah,
I'm over it.
I feel that about everything.
But it's very quickly though.
It's not always quick, but I always act on it. So like I never put myself in that situation where like I'm ready to go, so I'm gonna go. Like I just do it. I don't think like, well, like I have to stay because whatever. Like I'm never really in a position where I have to stay anywhere.
Yeah.
Even if it was like at a fucking wedding, like I'd wait obviously until all the stuff happened and like they did the thing, but it's like, all right, well, everyone's dancing still. I'm ready to go to bed, so I would just leave.
I've kind of a pet peeve with people who have to say bye to everybody, every single person that's there.
Yeah.
Like there's some people, they're like, oh, I'll be right there. I'm just going to go say bye to everyone here at work.
Right.
Really? Everyone?
You're gonna see them tomorrow.
You don't even like all of them.
Or you're just gonna see them tomorrow.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. There's no need.
Because I have some
I
friends.
like doing the none.
I just
dip.
go,
Yeah.
yeah.
Saying bye to nobody.
I think that leaves more of a
At work, it's different
presence.
because like we're just working. It's not
Yeah.
like an event. But like if
Yeah.
I'm at a social event and it's time to go, I will maybe like one or two people I'll say bye to. But I always like just piecing the fuck out
going.
because then you can get stuck there and they start talking.
Yeah,
or-
that's my biggest problem with that is
Yeah.
if I say bye to that person, they're gonna pull me in. They're gonna try to keep me here for like too long, and then that's gonna make me feel weird because I was ready to go 5 minutes ago,
yeah.
but now I'm trapped.
So you waited 5 minutes too long then. If
Yeah.
you're ready to go,
Yeah.
just go.
should've
Unless you're
gone.
waiting for someone else who's like you're giving a ride to,
Yeah,
who's like in the bathroom. I don't
but
know.
then of course the person you give a ride to, you have to be really specific with that too.
Yeah.
Because they might be the ones who say bye to everybody. So then you have to go with them to go say bye to everybody.
Yeah.
And then it's like this, like it's double conversations then. Because they're saying bye to everybody. You're technically doing it too. So they could also probably see that you're getting annoyed just like having to say this now.
I think I'm just more of an aggressive dick and be like, "We're leaving," like with the other person.
Let's
Like,
go.
you're not so you're not saying bye to everybody. We're just
Yeah.
leaving. And otherwise, you're staying here.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, babe.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm very much that guy.
See you, babe.
We're leaving.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's
Why-
like if I'm with a girlfriend or a date too, it's like I extra want to just go because
what?
can't do certain things in front of a whole party of people.
You can. No one's stopping you.
No one's stopping me.
Maybe they would. That could be the reaction when it starts
Yeah, they're
happening.
leaving. Yeah.
No, that'd be the reaction from the crowd
If
while you
you
just
were
start
doing
doing it there. Like, no, I want to do this. And then that way it gets you going because everyone's cheering you on. A positive spin to that.
Some PDA, public displays of affection.
Oh, just affection? All right.
Ooh,
That's
lots
very
of. Well, there
tame.
could be more affection than
Not aggression?
other times.
Public display of aggression?
Ooh, of aggression. Ooh, that was this guy outside the hotel today.
Which?
So they were like a family, but it was mostly like people in their 20s, I think, like maybe 30s.
I didn't get a good look
kinda-
at him.
Yeah, but it was just awkward because they're standing in the middle of the street,
Yeah.
of the sidewalk, and this guy's like just complaining. He's like, I've always been such a negative person. Every time I try to do anything positive, it just doesn't work out for me.
Yeah. And they were making a scene.
It was
they
a
were
scene.
They
It
were
was
like
like, are they
quietly
fighting?
arguing. They were
Yeah.
in the middle of the sidewalk.
Yeah.
It was being loud, and like there was someone else coming this way, and like we
Yeah.
had to like walk around. It's like
It's just like
you
wait
didn't,
for
you
them
don't
to
let him like
pass.
take it to the side, even
Yeah.
like move off the sidewalk.
Ugh.
Anyway,
But then once we were leaving, cut to them like holding hands, huddled up.
So that's as we walked by them, and then we walked into the. It's been maybe like 5 minutes, and then we get in the
to the
car
car.
and come back out on the street, so where we can see them still on the sidewalk, and they're all just embraced,
Holding hands, looking up to the sky.
At the
It's like,
sky.
dear God, help me. Help me,
It's
God.
like, oh no,
Like, I guess prayer works.
or not. Who knows what happens after that? They could have still been angry after that. Like, you know what? This didn't
Yeah.
work. Fuck you. I'm still mad.
I should have stayed for that.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm through with this family. I'm out of here. No, Derek, come back.
Derek.
No.
yeah. God.
Sick of you, Janice. You always do this to me.
People are fucking nerds,
Mm-hmm.
dude. Like in the middle of the sidewalk. That's the part that I don't understand.
Yeah, like you're in the
Like,
way.
You're making a scene.
You're already loud.
Yeah, you're already drawing attention to yourself, and now you're all embracing each other. Haven't moved. You're still in the middle of the sidewalk. So if somebody walks by, you're like, "What the fuck?" They just had no shame about it either.
Just trapped. Again, trapped. Like I don't ever like the feeling of feeling trapped or like you're hijacking the sidewalk
Yeah.
with your scene that you're making.
Yeah, making a scene. Well, anytime someone makes a scene, it's like,
Yeah.
why? Why are you inviting other people in to see what you're doing?
Yeah, you really want other people to see this?
Yeah.
How about you keep that to yourself?
There was that one time, remember we were with our friend and we went to that restaurant and he got really upset And it was like the first thing on my mind is like, why are you drawing attention to us? It was like yelling at us about something stupid.
Yeah.
But I was like, there's people out here. Like,
Yeah.
can you just like if you're like tone it down a little bit? Like, you're being dramatic.
Yeah.
And like I didn't say that because it would have probably fueled the fire. But it's like that's what I was thinking the whole time. Like, fuck how mad he was. I don't care. But like,
and it's like this isn't gonna help.
What is the theatrics doing for you? Why are you engaging in the theatrics of the fight? And it doesn't like I don't know. I don't understand that part of it because even when I've been mad before at somebody and not like I'm gonna fucking kill you instead of like you know.
Yeah, I always try to get away from like if you're in a group or something. I always try to go to like an isolated area.
If you're gonna fight,
yeah, I usually just shut up if there's like.
Do it later.
If someone is getting mad, it's because it's like whatever I'm gonna say isn't gonna help this.
Yeah, you just do it later.
Just gonna feel it.
You don't do it in the moment because
because you're not thinking.
You're not at your head's not the right space yet.
Yeah.
You gotta just let it simmer for a little bit, let it cool.
Yeah, let it marinate.
Yeah, let it cool, and then afterwards,
and then get your group back together.
Yeah, it's like so.
Let's hold hands.
An hour ago, I was very upset. Yeah.
You know, I'm a negative person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every time I try to be positive, it just doesn't work out.
Whatever dispute they had would have went over much better. They had just waited a second. I'm a very negative person. I tried to do something good, and it didn't work out. So that's why I got a little upset instead of their, other reaction.
They're doing Macbeth out on the street.
Yeah. Yeah. Not well.
Why? Why did you hurt me this way?
They did have that element of theater kids.
Yeah, they might have been theater kids.
Theater kids are fucking lame.
They're the worst.
Yeah, it's annoying. That's a whole nother tangent.
I should have been one of them.
Why?
It's a side thing. No, just because. Let's see. How much time do we got?
I got like 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
You don't want to. Okay, we don't have to talk about why you want to be a theater kid, but I do hope. We can close on this then. What I'm about to say. So, I have been trying to get into Club 33. If you don't know what Club 33 is, it's a very exclusive dining experience, we'll say, at Disneyland, where you have to be a member of this group to be able to go, or you have to know someone who invites you to get in. You have to pay an annual fee or rate or whatever. It's kind of like a country club, which I'm not a part of, so I don't know how those work. But where you just have to have a certain status or financial status, whatever, to be able to buy your way in or get invited, whatever. So I worked with the company for 10 years. I've never been.
Yeah, I've never been.
Yeah. I know plenty of people that have gone, and they like it. They say it's an interesting experience. It's not like, not as exclusive or like as fancy as you think it is, but it's still kind of a fun time. And I've been trying to get in, and I think I might be going.
Wow.
I think I was able to finagle my way into going.
Wow.
It won't be until
when are you going to go?
Early next year. That's when I'm going to be able to go.
Dang.
But when I do go, I'm going to take pictures of everything.
You have to.
And I'm going to talk about it probably on here and just give the whole rundown of what Club 33 really is. I know when you do it, you have access to other things too. There's like there's like that suite above Pirates that I don't know. I've been in there before, but you get to go in there and like I'm sure you get some kind of like history lesson about like what Club 33 is and what all that shit going on in there is. So I want to hear about that.
Yeah.
And then just to like mingle with the high society, I guess, or with the Richies.
The Richies.
It'll be fun. And they have a good chef, and the menu is always kind of rotating and changing. And I'm excited to be able to go.
Yeah, it's just one of those. It's so exclusive that even hardcore fans can't get in most of the time.
Yeah, I'd say like the majority of the time they can. It's like high profile. Like there's lots of celebrities that go, but like people that are just have a lot of money, and so like again, it's like a country club almost.
Yeah,
so
connected.
It's like you just want to pay for this extra experience and you have the money to do it, so why not be a part of it? And then just it's also one of those things that like when it happens, I'm going to be like, I'm at Club 33, everybody. I want everyone to know that I'm there.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
Um,
That's when you'll give your big display outside. I'm always a negative person, but not here at Club 33.
at Club 33, where you get to stand up on those balconies and stuff above everybody else. And like, above all the peasants down there waiting in lines, I'm having a Chateaubriand and a glass of Prosecco.
Oh, indeed.
Yeah. So I hope it'll be fun. I'm sure it'll be fun. I always have a good time
it should
with
be.
those things. And if it's not like we were discussing earlier, I'll just leave.
Yeah,
I
just
don't want
go.
to be there. That sucks.
Just get out of
Yeah,
there.
go fucking somewhere else and get a drink and
Mhm.
have a good time. Anything else you want to hit on today?
I don't know. I think I'm pretty good.
Okay, I had a thought earlier today about the X-Men.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Why was I talking about the X-Men?
Because, well, you were saying that the
Wait,
X-Men are
I know.
always doing like
I know what I was talking about.
sad stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so the movie Logan came up.
Mhm.
I know you were like, "Do you want to see that?" Or I said I only saw it one time, and you're like, "Only once?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, it's a good movie, but it's a bummer movie. Like it doesn't. It's not a feel good movie. You don't want to be. It's when you want to be sad.
Yeah.
You watch that movie because like all the X-Men are dead. They somehow they died. They don't really they kind of hint at how they all died, but they don't really say why. Logan's like an old drunk. You know, he looks like shit.
Mhm.
Professor X has got dementia and he's all like contained to a bed in a diaper and like it's just sad. And it's like, why can't they ever just do an X-Men movie? Or they're just having a good time?
Yeah.
Because there's so much material in the comics where they're having like a beach party
Yeah.
or like a barbecue or they're hanging out at the mall or they're doing like fun stuff that like we would do as fun stuff.
Mhm.
And then something comes and fucks it up and they have to go like jump in to save the world, whatever they have to do to like, you know, make a story. But there's so much of them just hanging out, having fun. And then like, you know, Iceman will like freeze a ball while they're playing beach ball and someone will like crack it like, what the
Yeah.
fuck, Iceman? You know, or it's like they goof off around with each other.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like if you made a movie or even a show, however they're going to make this new X-Men shit, who the fuck knows? If you made some of it like that, I'm sure you'd get much more of a positive response than just the, like, everything sucks X-Men, where, like, they all have those boring-ass flight suits on all the time. They never have costumes.
Mm-hmm.
And they always talk about how it sucks to be, like, we're always being persecuted in every movie. It's like, every movie, I can understand one storyline where it's like, they did that Cure thing, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, shit. But it's like, it doesn't suck to be an X-Men.
Oh, it'd be the coolest thing.
Yeah, especially if you're at that school with everybody else who all
Yeah.
has mutant powers and you're all just like fucking around with each other.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we can fly and like shoot beams at our eyes and shit. What are those other guys can't do anything? Like us normies.
Yeah.
We have it better than them. Yeah.
We could fly, dude.
Yeah. And then even the ones that have powers that are like a detriment
Mm-hmm.
to themselves and others, they can still participate in the barbecue.
Mhm.
They
Yeah.
can still, you know, do
We
something
can still
like
have
that.
a good time.
Just like, I wish we could, I hope that'll happen going forward.
That's your Kevin Feige pitch. Look,
Yeah.
Kevin, we need fun. Fun. You just did She-Hulk, which, like, wasted my time,
Yeah, it
but it's
sucks.
fun, I guess. It's kind of fun.
I guess.
You just follow like Jubilee around going
Yeah.
to the beach. Yeah, I could see it's like this yellow bikini type thing, but she
Yeah.
has like the 90s like visor tennis
thing,
hat
yeah.
thing.
That's a good, like, they had that archetype for the show. It was like you followed Jubilee.
Yeah.
She's kind of the main character.
I
Or
liked
you,
her because of that show.
Yeah, you kind of see a lot of things from her perspective, and it's like, yeah, she's like a fun young character. So like she would be like she fucks around with Wolverine all the time.
Yeah.
It's like let's see that.
Mhm.
You know, I don't know. Me and Kevin Feige are good friends. Like we've met before,
yeah,
we've interacted.
yeah, you did.
Yeah, so you can go back to him and like, hey Feigs, like here's my pitch for X-Men.
Yeah. Since I know that you're taking every pitch that comes your way,
Yeah.
every single one,
Let me
why not this?
text Kevin.
Yeah, text- yeah,
Feige.
write that down.
Right. Okay. All right. Make sure to get on that.
Feige.
So I'll do that right now since we're done with the show. So
Yeah.
another episode down. This is episode 17. Thanks for showing up, everybody. Thanks for being here. You can find me on Instagram, not TikTok, at the uncle 2_ Marcus 2_ Clint. Where can I find you?
I'm on Instagram mostly at the _Clint_show.
And
Boom.
yeah, we'll see you again next time.
Bye, everybody. men dancing on the beach. An asteroid comes.